Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Expedition 33. This is episode 24, and we have got our hands on a barrier breaker. We now, having taken down the second of two axons, we've had the curator fashion us a I don't know if it's a god killer weapon, but it's supposed to be a barrier killer weapon, and I want to try it out. I want to see what this weapon has to offer. And I think I had mentioned at the end of last episode that I wasn't sure exactly what we would do today. I was thinking we might spend some time working on optional or side quest content, but as I thought about it more, as I was editing and I was reflecting on the events of the last couple episodes, I think it feels natural for us to continue forward with the main story. We're right there. Apparently, we're right there on the cusp of encountering the Paintress, and it just feels like we should ride that momentum and see where that takes us. So we're going to do that today. We're going to be progressing, continuing down our main storyline. And I did, for the record, check a little. I did pose some carefully worded prompts to both ChatGPT and Gemini to confirm that we're not going to be, if for some reason we do encounter credits at some point, we're not going to be immediately thrown into a new game plus, a la Dark Souls 1. I just wanted to make sure of that because there's still so much game left to do in my mind. Like, there are still quite a few quest logs or audio logs, still a lot of journals left, maybe not quite that many as there used to be. There's actually only a few spaces left as I realize it here. This is looking quite full, but there are still a few to pick up, and there are all sorts of chromatics and other optional areas still to explore. But we're going to continue for now on the main quest, and we will get to those other aspects of the game at a later date. So we're going to be momentarily jumping in to continue the character progression, the interactions, and spending time with the various characters here in camp in just a moment. But first, we're going to do a little bit of wardrobe fixing up. We're just going to do a little bit of wardrobe adjustment. CL, I like the pure outfit, and I guess she has a new hairdo to try. Voluminous. So there we go. We're going to swap in a new hairdo there, and we are definitely going to do something different for Lune. Someone was making fun of me in the comments that how I was saying how horrible this outfit was, and yet I continued to wear it. It's one of those things where you just pick up a new outfit. When in Rome, you wear the Siren outfit, and I went with the flow in that circumstance, kind of like what we're gonna do today. But I think we are gonna return to the awesomeness that is the pure outfit. And then for hair, we've tried many of these. The baguette is always a good one to go back to. But I think for Lune, something that's either a ponytail or the double braid, these are both really, really good looks for her. I think we'll go with the ponytail. There we go. And for I almost said Gustav. For Verso, he does have access to Gustav's haircut, and I think I might go back to that. That's such a good haircut. It's so freaking good, although his original's not bad either. I do love that we have pure outfits, though, for everybody. The pure outfits remain. We just need to get one for Minoko. For Mael, let's switch it up to the... What do we go for Mael? Mael's OG haircut. She kind of has the same ponytail now. Or I guess Lune has the same ponytail that Mael starts with. We'll go with the original haircut for Mael, because we might be on... It feels right as we're pressing toward breaking that barrier in front of the Paintress. And I think we don't have many options for Minoko. We'll stick with the swimsuit because it's too funny. And Minoko's just that kind of guy where he can rock it. He can rock out with his gestural speedo out. Fortunately, there's no gestural cock involved. But at least not far as I'm aware, and I don't think I want to know any more than that. So moving right along, now that our fashion is up to snuff, let's go ahead and spend some time with our characters here. Why don't we start out on this end? Let's start out with our buddy SK. That was the other thing I was kind of expecting. I had this thing in my mind that we were going to be getting another movement or exploration ability for SK, and because we didn't get that, it feels even more natural to continue the main storyline because we still don't have the ability to swim or fly. And so there's a lot of areas we can't even access on the continent. So let's keep pressing forward.
I'm sorry.
And let's get more about SK missing one of his rocks.
Me too.
Did you know Sorry was my first rock?
Oh, Sorry was your first? This is the first I've even heard of Sorry.
Really?
Francois was super jealous, but he got one from Claire instead.
I see.
Wait. Francois has his own set of rocks. Why does he keep stealing yours then?
This is news to me about Francois. I didn't even know he has the ability to collect rocks.
Because we're buddies. Francois is so fun.
Okay.
I'm so
Okay. All right.
Really?
So there we go.
Wait.
Okay. I have to remember that it's possible. Didn't we get a movement ability unlocked with SK because we actually continued his dialogue, similar to a grading attack being unlocked for the crew because we increased their relationship level? Isn't that something that happened? Maybe I'm making that up though. I'm not sure exactly. But either way, we're gonna talk to all our friends.
You're finally here.
The the interactions with Minoko and Verso might be the best in the whole game.
We are. You ready?
There's just something about Minoko's tone that I'm ready for the deadpan punchline at any second.
Yeah.
Yes, spend time with Minoko. Let's do it.
I'm bored. Let's play cards or throw some dice.
Nuh-uh. You always cheat.
Does he?
No, I always win.
I mean,
Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
The other Jestrels never want to play with you either. Are they all weak?
Poor losers.
poor losers, goddamn.
Fine. How about a duel?
Ooh.
We haven't had a proper duel in ages.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes, a duel will be even more fun. Get our blood flowing.
Let's see. No, I definitely want to do this.
All right. Get ready to lose.
As much as I wouldn't be opposed to Minoko getting his beauty sleep. We are actually gonna do a duel. Let's go. All right. And we got the, I think this is the first time we've seen this this battleground here. The in-camp battleground. Oh, and this funky tune. We did hear this before with Minoko, didn't we? Okay, so we are on D, which we know we can get our perfection up pretty quickly with Verso's free aims, and we want to do that anyways because we want to get our free procs, such as powerful. There we go. And so now we're up to C rank, which means everybody knows what happens when we get to C rank. It's Berserk Slash time. Minoko, you do not have that much health. Oh, that was a quick one. Okay, I saw the first one coming. We'll get that next time. Try that one again. We'll be ready. Okay, no, can't do Berserk Slash this time, so we'll just do a regular old attack. But I do also want to, I want to try to proc our Beneficial Contamination. There we go, perfect. Now we could, never mind. We got lucky on the first frickin' free aim this time. So let's just go with another Berserk Slash because we have the AP. Let's do it. All right, combo.
Well.
Select combo. That was way too soon. Wow, okay. Failing at all those parries. Haven't seen that attack in a while. So, all right, so we are still inverted, so we can't be healed, but I couldn't be healed anyway because I have Confident. So we don't worry about healing when we are Verso. What we do worry about is giving ourselves a whole bunch of AP. That's what we'll do. I should use a free aim though. You really? No, that one really is relentless, isn't it? Oh my god. All right, Minoko's actually gonna kick my ass here, isn't he? He's actually gonna kick my ass, guys. Because my parries need to get on point. Need to get these parries going. We're still on C perfection here. Berserk Slash it is. We don't need the mark. We're already hitting the damage cap. Okay, can I do anything here with this? Damn it. Damn it. I jumped the gun on that attack. Did I get one single parry at all? No, I did get, I got a couple in there. But otherwise, that was a fail.
Once
Goddamn.
again, I am victorious.
Do I get a rematch? I want a rematch.
Yeah, you walking hairball.
Shit.
Verso, ever gracious in
Oh, he's gonna give us one.
rematch.
He's gonna give us a rematch. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe this was our one shot. Okay, let's do it.
All right. Get ready to lose.
You got to come up with a new smack talk line though, Verso. Especially after you just lost, you got to do something different. Wow. This music is amazing. Okay, let's do it again here like we did before. Get at least one proc from our beneficial contamination, or either that or powerful. And now we go, but I do want to get up to, maybe we'll do just quick strike this time. This is weird. Well, it's not really that weird actually. If I just free aim up to, we just get Berserk Slash online. We get it online because it's too good. Okay. All right, let's see if we can do these attacks this time. Oh, that was we only had to parry one of them. I thought there was two in that attack. Either way, that's a counter. Let's go. All right, we're up to B though, which is fine. Let's do a blitz. After we do a little bit of free aim, do a little bit of, we want to get that beneficial contamination. I like it too much. Didn't get lucky. Never lucky. Baby rage. All right, blitz it is.
Let's go fast.
And we play immediately. We'll take one free aim. Still not getting very lucky at all with our whatchamacallums, with our procs, our beneficial contamination procs. All right, combo. I'm going so early. I am going so freaking early on those parries. Oh my god, I'm just getting over anxious is all. Okay, maximum damage time, as Verso said. That's a mark, okay. So we have a mark, which means we're gonna get rewarding mark. So let's go straight to another blitz. Although we do want to do perfect break if we can before we leave B rank, so we get the cost savings. But I also feel like perfect break is not actually going to break him.
Let's go fast. Let's carve a path.
Now I might try it though. I might try it this time. Do I need to go? I want to go for another beneficial contamination. Although break would actually, if it does break him, would that not work as well? Because it would stun him, and that would proc beneficial contamination, wouldn't it? Let's try it. It didn't break him though.
Bring it on.
Oh well. Okay, only the one parry there, but at least those select attacks, combo attacks, don't hit too hard. Gotta work on these parries, man. Oh my god. I actually missed a free aim because Minoko was crouching and then he stood at the last second. This bugger actually got me to miss my free aim. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm kind of low-key stunned right now. That was an amazing move. How did you pull that off? All right. Perfect timing there to get us up to A. I don't need to apply powerful though. I already have it. So I will just do another. We're going right to rest here in camp, so I'll just use another energy tin because I might as well.
Not impressed.
Dual attack. Okay, as long as it wasn't like the relentless combo. The relentless combo is the one that probably kills me right now. Now I can do a perfect break. I'm not at B rank anymore, but it's fine. I'll spend my AP and get that break, and we get the beneficial contamination from stunning you. Yes, and now I have a grading attack, so I can do sabotage. Okay, let's do it. Cool. And we go ahead and we get to do a whole bunch of free aims because we're setting up. I can't remember the name of the skill, but we just do a whole bunch of free aims to set up, and we're getting some beneficial contamination procs, all sorts of extra free procs here to set up a skill that probably doesn't need this much setup because I could probably just kill you with free aims, but I want to do the follow-up for a stylish finish. There we go. All right, we got our rematch revenge, and we get 3 resplendent chroma catalysts out of that. Very cool. This music track, though, is phenomenal.
Aha!
I say that all the time.
You, sir, have been defeated.
Defeated!
You got lucky.
What was
Sure.
it you said? Only the weak cry foul when their skills fail them.
You're right. Or I guess I'm right, since I said that.
Okay. All right, sure. I'll let you have that.
You have grown more formidable than I remembered. Your skills are strong. I respect your win.
And I respect your loss.
Nice little
You were
dig.
right, old friend. That was fun. Come on, let's go get a drink. I'm parched.
Minoko and Verso are thrilled to have fought each other once more. Let's go. It's our own special way of displaying affection for each other. Of course. Of course, that good old bromantic bonding. Minoko, level 4 relationship. Let's do it. All right, sweet. The duel reminded Minoko of some skills he had forgotten. AKA a gradient attack unlocked. Minoko now has access to Sanctuary. They share a few drinks, which Minoko can't drink because of his mask, then head back to the others. All right. Blame it on the mask. That mask comes in handy sometimes, though. What is this new gradient attack? Let's check out your skill tree here. Sanctuary. Oh, it gives 2 shields and applies regen to all allies for 3 turns. Dude, that is dope. I'll love that one, especially now that we have this. We have a new ability that actually benefits from our shields. When a character has shields, I think I gave this one to CL. Nope, not CL. I gave it to Mael. Shield Affinity, that's what it's called. Because she now has her barrier breaker where she steals shields. She's a shield stealer now, so she has shield affinity. We'll talk more about my Pictos changes here later on, but let's keep doing the relationship building. Mael.
Still thinking about what
Time
I
for
saw.
Mael.
I wish Gustav was here.
Yes, spend time with Mael. Verso notices Mael looking sad and approaches her carefully. Feeling down about Gustav.
You okay?
Yeah,
Not really, I don't think.
What's wrong?
nothing. Just thinking about Gustav. And Lucien. And everyone. Every time I think I've managed to contain it, a wave comes out of nowhere and drags me away.
I know.
How do you do it? After all these years?
They say time heals all wounds.
Does it?
More or less.
But I guess death heals all wounds too.
Oh shit. God, he went there.
Bad joke. Sorry. Death is
I thought it was funny.
not necessarily final.
What does that mean?
Gustav lives on in other ways, right? Through your memories, through his influence on your life and everyone else's, through the Lumina converter and his research.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not very comforting when I'm missing him.
Try talking to him. I'm serious. It helps. Or at least, it helps me. I imagine what they would say. How they would react to things. It helps me keep them alive in my mind.
That is not a bad idea.
I'll try that.
Mael is skeptical about Verso's advice. She's not in the mood to talk, but also does not wish to be alone. Verso understands. He sits with her in silence. Mael appreciates the silence they share. It's one of those things that, you know, somebody gives you a really good piece of advice, but it's often difficult to just take that advice right at the moment you hear it and be like, oh yeah, oh I'm gonna do that right away. Most people aren't like that. Most people, it takes some time later on when you're thinking it through, like, okay, maybe I'll give that a try. It just takes a little time for it to sink in. All right, relationship level with Mael up to 5. Does that unlock a new gradient move? they head back to the others. Looks like no grading move just yet for Mael, so we got to do a little bit more relationship building first. All right, let's move on to
I
Lune.
can't believe we're this close.
Yeah.
Ah, actually,
Ciel
on.
was right about you.
Oh. Actually, I should thank you. I wouldn't have got this far on my own.
Tomorrow comes.
what I wanted to do, I wanted to actually change the music track. I love this music track. It's nothing against the music track, but I do have a little bit of trouble concentrating on the character's dialogue when there is an actual sung vocal that's simultaneous in the background. So I'm wondering if we can find a piece of music here that is without vocals. This is Alicia, right? And this is beautiful. It's really interesting to know that the name of the title screen theme is Alicia, and I do hear her name mentioned. I've heard her name sung right before I started the recording, as well as Verso right there. One day I'm going to be very, very curious to know the full lyrics to these songs. But let's try the next one, Until Next Life. Let's see what this one sounds like. Does it have vocals as well? Are there vocals in the next life or until the next life? It's a very subtle track so far. There are vocals. Hold on. Let's try the next one. We'll try to get one here that doesn't have Alicia's birthday party. This, okay, interesting. It's a spin on that same theme, but it does appear like it's an instrumental. So I think this is perfect. Let's go with this. Let's go with this for now. So I have full. There were some lulls in the vocals in that last track, so it was helpful there to be able to fully concentrate on what the characters were saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's get
Thank
back
you.
into it here with Lune, and we'll talk fully and spend time fully with Lune. Tomorrow comes. Verso approaches Lune, who is working on the Expedition 33 journal. Ooh. Oh yeah, we have to make our own journal, of course.
Working on the 33's journal. You planning to die anytime soon?
It might happen. You got to be ready.
Well, you never know what tomorrow brings.
You never know.
Not to you, but to us.
That's true. I forgot about Verso's whole immortality
You
thing.
always take such copious notes.
Since I was 4.
Lune is that kind of person, yes.
Really? 4?
That's what happens when you have obsessive researchers for parents.
Still, 4 is young.
Hey, you got to get him started young.
Not anymore. Not when you only live to 32.
That's also true. But even if you didn't have the gamage hanging over your head, you know, I could totally see that in Lune's case. In a normal circumstance, she would also get started that young.
Everyone in Lumiere starts their apprenticeship at 6. And I was apprenticed to my parents, so they started me early.
Which one do we want to say here? We'll go with this one.
I guess that's nice. They got to spend more time with you.
They needed a research assistant who never went home.
Damn.
Obvious solution, birth your own.
They only did it for the research.
Look at you, getting me to talk about myself.
Let's go with this one.
Doesn't that feel nice? My parents were both artists. Widely respected, very prominent artists. So, there was a great deal of pressure to follow in their path.
Artists, huh? I mean, that would make sense given the piano.
You're an artist, then?
Not the kind they wanted me to be.
Meaning...
Music is my passion.
Well, wait a second, though. I mean, isn't that part of art?
Huh.
Isn't that part of art? I'm also getting a little bit distracted thinking about the... He's talking about Renoir, and we still don't know exactly who his mom is, but I've been guessing that it's the lady who kind of looks like the curator, has the same sort of face thing going on. But, I guess we don't really know much about Renoir's history and what would make him an artist. I'm curious to know more about that.
Mine too.
What do you play?
Guitar. You?
Right, that's right. The first time we see Lune in the game, she's playing guitar. I forgot about that.
Piano,
That's been so long
mostly.
ago.
But a little guitar as well. You know how to summon an instrument from Pictos, right?
Oh, you can do that?
Of course you do.
She's like, oh, that's like the oldest trick in the book. Huh. Let's start a band. Yeah.
Great. Let's start a band.
I don't think she's gonna go for this.
Expedition 33, the band.
Really?
I like that.
I thought she was gonna sneer at it. She's warming up to Verso, I think. Verso and Lune have found a common passion. Awesome. Lune is intrigued by this facet of Verso, and Verso is excited to play music with a fellow music lover. Ah, there you go. Okay. And I think we get her up to level 5 now as well. Sweet. That's a cool little, I'm definitely a fan of the... I myself play a little bit of guitar as well as a very rusty violin, but yeah, so I'm very sympathetic to the idea of starting a band. They spend some time discussing their favorite songs and how they learned music. The discussion is passionate and lasts for several hours. Neither notices the time passing. Wow. Fun talk. There we go. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, last one on the list here. CL, who we started just ever so briefly last time before ending the episode.
It's nothing. Just nerves. It's been a long road to get here.
Extra long for you, I imagine.
You, on the other hand, seem quite relaxed.
Do I?
You're not nervous?
Of course I am, but we will do everything in our power. And either it will be enough, or it won't.
The rest is not up to us, right? It's just do what you can, do your best, and forget the rest. Not a bad philosophy. All right, let's spend time.
You're always so calm about everything.
Is that a question?
An observation. Lune's intense and obsessed. Mael is nervous and eager, but you're...
Why is that strange?
I jumped the gun there. He said, but you're calm. Why is that strange?
I guess Death and I, we've walked a long road together.
Yeah, what exactly does that mean?
What does that mean?
Death is a friend who will welcome me home.
Yeah, friend's not the word I'd choose. I am curious to hear what she says about home, though.
Home?
What does she mean by that?
Yes, home. With everyone I've ever loved.
I see. The afterlife.
You believe in an afterlife?
I don't know. If there is, then I'll see everyone after death, and if there isn't, I'll simply join them in death. I'll be with them either way.
It's an interesting philosophy. For someone so young.
True. I'm not quite as old as you. Why don't you share some of the wisdom you've accumulated over your very long life?
I am indeed very wise. I don't think that's the kind of answer that suits Verso, except both of these are actually very, wow, very, maybe there's some sarcasm. I think the second one actually feels like there's a fun sarcastic component to
How
it.
kind of you to acknowledge my wisdom. Can you, mention my wisdom to Minoko sometime?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, actually, isn't Minoko even older? Eskie too. Perhaps I should ask them instead.
No, please do. You'll probably learn valuable things about Nevron feet and rocks.
Could be important to know.
All I can offer is another story.
I'm not really in the mood for stories tonight.
Oh, and here I had prepared something truly dark and heart-wrenching.
Save it for tomorrow. Let's do something else tonight.
Something else?
What do you have in mind?
That depends. How adventurous are you feeling?
Where is CL going with this?
You mean like hunt Nevrons?
I don't think she meant hunt Nevrons, Verso.
What?
I'm waiting for you to connect the dots.
Oh, shit! Is this really happening? Is this really going where I think it is?
Oh, you mean, adventure. adventure.
Or are they misdirecting me?
You've been alone too long on this continent.
Oh, no.
When was the last time you seduced someone?
CL is trying. She's trying to let Verso take the lead. She's trying to nudge him into taking the lead here, and he's just not. He's not getting it.
Not counting Minoka.
Oh, don't forget about. Got love between two guys.
I'll admit it's been a while.
So?
Okay. Oh wait, we're prompting. No, this is Verso's dialogue. I mean, we're gonna go with this one.
Do you even need to ask?
The dramatic zoom in from the camera. Oh man. Oh. This is great. The bond between CL and Verso deepens. It's getting steamy in here now, guys. Holy shit. I think I need a fan. I need a sip of water. Things are heating up a little bit too much for me, guys, I think. Verso and CL spend some time together. Now this takes on a whole new meaning. Away from the others. Bow chicka bow wow. They became a bit more than friends. Verso and CL actually shipped. Oh my god, is it happening? CL feels inspired? Okay. All right. Yeah, inspired. Let's go with that. She did unlock a new gradient attack because of that. Okay. That's all CL was waiting on. Inspiration. Okay. Let's check out CL's new inspiration. Her new gradient attack, Doom. It does generate a moon charge, which is what I was hoping. The first one is a sun charge. We want moon charges with our sick Blizz. What was our weapon called? The Blizzard Icy weapon that loves moon charges. Very high single target dark damage, 3 hits. Oh, it applies powerless, defenseless, and slow for 3 turns? That is sick. Okay, so we're really debuffing the target and doing some awesome damage in the process. And it can even break. Dude, I so want to try this. All right. Okay, that was one of ooh, man. I knew we had some tension going on. I didn't know we were going to quite go all the way. All right, well, things are happening here in the expedition. Let's on that note, I think we're ready to start doing a little bit of our housekeeping here to get prepped for heading back onto the continent. I don't want to do a ton of it, but I think I want to, let's first go to the flag. Well, hold on. I forgot. We almost have a little bit more, there's just a little bit more to do here by writing in the journal. We get to do our last journal entry for Gustav's apprentices. Mael finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She writes about how they can now enter the monolith and they should finally understand everything. We'll see about that. We shall see how much understanding is actually dispensed. Mael immerses herself in Gustav's journal, poring over every detail. She will forever cherish his memory. The memories of Gustav inspire Mael. It sounds like, oh, wait a second. Gustav's homage? Hello? That's how we unlock her grading attack? Or is that her last one? She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. So we actually unlock... Hold on, I don't want to do either of these. We can remember the current objective. Face the Paintress of the Monolith. There it is. Wow. Mael gets a new gradient attack. Oh, it is only her second. No, wait a second. Oh, it's this one. It's this one. It's not a gradient attack. Gustav's homage. That's why that was locked. So I wonder then if these are going to unlock in a similar way. Keep journaling or relationship building? How will those be unlocked? We'll see. We shall find out. But Gustav's homage is 8 AP, but it does put her into virtuose stance. It deals high single target lightning damage for 8 hits. It's Gustav's homage. It has to do lightning damage. 8 hits sounds awesome. And it's increased damage to marked targets. And it doesn't remove the mark? Bro, are you kidding me? I so want to try that. Wow. Well, okay. So that is fantastic. I'm so glad we didn't forget to do that. That would have been such an oversight. So now I love that they reward you for, like, I would still probably do all this fun story stuff anyways, because I like doing all the parts of a game. And it's fun to see the various character interactions, but I like that it's also connected to learning various skills. That's just makes it even that much more fun. So if we're gonna do this, this Gustav's homage, which one will it replace? It's very expensive, so, and we already have this Pyrolyse, but I don't want to get rid of Pyrolyse, so I don't know. Maybe it takes the place of, I don't want to get rid of Combustion. Maybe Rain of Fire. Probably that one, because we're already applying so much burn with other abilities, and she has double burn now as one of her Pictos. So let's put it in place of Rain of Fire. Let's have it there for now. And that's just, it's cool that she's able to deal lightning damage in addition to everything else. Okay, so now Gustav's homage is online. What I was thinking for our party today, I was thinking we'd probably go Ladies' Night Out. Have CL, Lune, and Mael take the lead in the main party. So I wanted to focus on making sure their skills were up to snuff. And I think I'm going to unlock this Stormcaller. I really liked Lightning Dance. Holy shit. We are sticking with Lightning Dance because this thing is, we are balling out with Lightning Dance. This thing does serious damage. And so I think we might just steer Lune in a much heavier lightning direction because of that. And so I think I want to unlock Stormcaller and see how that feels. And we'll see what the rotation is going to look like with this, because we could like start the battle with Stormcaller. That could be one. If we start the battle with, let's say we put this over here in place of Wildfire. So we start the battle with Stormcaller if we can. It is 6 AP, so we might have to tweak her AP generation at the very start a little bit. We'll see how this goes. But she has, if she generates a lightning and a light stain, she can consume the lightning stain with Earth Rising, and that gives us a grass stain and a light stain. And then we could do Ice Lance to consume the grass stain to give ice, light, light. And that would set up the right stains that you need to buff up your Lightning Dance. Now, of course, we're going to have to generate a little bit of additional AP in the process there, but hopefully our characters are going to be doing more AP generation than they have been. But at the same time, if we're going this heavy on lightning skills, we might also just bring in Thunderfall, like in place of Mayhem, because I just haven't really been using Mayhem, if I'm being honest. So maybe we bring in Thunderfall as an additional option to add to our rotation. And what we do is we switch weapons. I think I want to switch weapons for Lune, because she has a weapon that is specifically designed to make lightning skills cost less, as well as increase their damage. Why don't we try this? Let's do Demonirum, and we'll go to the Curator, and we'll give a bunch of catalysts to get that weapon buffed up. This is why we stockpile the catalysts, so when I decide to switch gears all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I can just go ahead and upgrade one of my weapons all the way to get it back on track with all the other weapons. And we don't have to worry. We have so many polished chroma catalysts and even resplendent. Look at how many resplendents we have now. Jesus Christ. How far do we go with Demonirum? I want to go at least, I think, level... The thing is, the one thing is that she's not spec'd in this direction. She doesn't really have a lot of scaling from luck. So we might also do a respec with Lune in general. But I'm going to hold off on that for now. Let's just get the weapon buffed up, because we have so many catalysts, and that's going to be fine. And then her attack power, it is lagging a little bit behind everybody else's. If we see in battle that her attack power, even with a buffed up weapon, is not... If she's doing If her damage is still too weak, then we'll think about doing a recoat. We'll see how that feels. So then what other changes do we make? I think in terms of skills, was I going to add one skill for CL? I think so. I think I wanted to add this Dark Cleansing. It's another way. It's not maybe the most OP ability, except with CL's current weapon, she wants as many moon charges as she can get. So this is like a free moon charge. It costs a turn. You'd have to spend a turn doing it. So it's not free, but it's free in terms of AP. So we could put it in place of what? What ability here? We're not really using Searing Bond too much. I've just been kind of rolling with this, just stack all the moon charges. Don't even worry about going into Twilight. I don't know if it's the smartest way to play, but it feels right with this weapon. This weapon wants moon charges, so let's keep feeding them. I'm not gonna upgrade anybody's attributes. I think we're gonna hold off on attribute points, maybe for a little while, just because it does feel like we're a bit over leveled. And so one of the ways we can kind of balance that out is just maybe keep a few points in reserve. You know, don't power up your party all the way. So instead of them being at level 44, maybe it'll feel more like they're at level 42 or 41. And so maybe we'll hold on for like 5 levels or so, 5 levels worth of points to just nerf our party just a little bit. So it doesn't feel like we're gonna, you know, curb stomp the Paintress. I don't know, maybe the Paintress cannot be curb stomped no matter what. So I could be completely out to lunch. Let's finish up our housekeeping though. Let's finish up the housekeeping. These are the Pictos. I have Equiptos. I've locked in some new Equiptos for several of our party members here. These new powerful ones that we've picked up, like Double Mark and Energizing Turn, I've given to CL. She's gonna have a crap ton of speed for now. But that's just how I wanted her to have these to start. Although Lune might want the AP. It could be a smart move for us to switch Energizing Turn over to Lune. But I was starting her, I wanted to get her more crit rate. And so I was giving her Greater Powerful and Confident Fighter because they have a crap ton of crit rate on top of being some pretty okay abilities. We're gonna give her Confident Fighter to start with for now. Mainly for crit rate, but the ability is, we'll see how that feels, because Lune's not going to be able to get any healing. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to give Shield Affinity and Healing Share over to Mael, and the Lady's Night Out is going to power up and learn these Luminas, and yeah, that's how we're going to go. Some of their health, I think Mael's health has gone down just a bit because of that, but her crit rate has gone up substantially. So yeah, those are the changes that we have made. I think I'm just gonna make one more set of Lumina point additions, because I had, I think, an oversight with Lune. I needed to give her Critical Burn. Somehow she had not got Critical Burn equipped, so we're gonna give her a couple Lumina points so that she gets that. And we're also gonna give some Lumina points to CL. What was I going to give her? Energizing Parry. She needs 8 Lumina points to be able to do Energizing Parry. And then I think that's all we'll do. And I'm not going to give any to Mael right now. We'll hold off on giving more Lumina points to Mael. But we're going to give 2 to Lune and 8 to CL. And that will, I think, conclude our 2 to Lune, 8 to CL. Okay, and then I think that is the extent of the changes I want to make. Just give her Critical Burn and Energizing Parry for CL. There we go. Excellent. Okay then, I think that wraps up our housekeeping. It is time. It's time to get this show on the road. We've talked to everybody. We've upgraded some Pictos and Luminas and weapons, and I think that does it. I've probably forgotten something that I had on my list, but it's fine. We will circle around to whatever has been forgotten eventually. Time to get back out there. Oh, and we do get a cutscene.
We've done it.
We're really going to face the Paintress.
They look so happy.
Finally break this cycle.
Shouldn't y'all be a little more excited about this? Or they're nervous,
That
right?
being said, someone here has been hiding a terrible secret from us.
What are
Oh?
you talking about?
You thought we'd never find out, didn't you? Nobody ever wondered what Esquier was made of, did they? Well, Esquier and I had a chat.
I'm sorry, Versal.
What the heck?
She promised me sweet
What?
broth.
What in the world was that?
Is that wine?
Wine? He just...
stored my personal stash inside him. All excellent vintages.
Excuse me?
I don't normally share, but I suppose tonight deserves an exception.
How random. How incredibly and he just spews it out.
I told you to stop drinking alone.
It's kind of disgusting, actually. CL seems completely
To your
fine with
great
it, though.
Generosity.
I don't know how you can like this.
It comes with age.
Do you
All
have
right.
apple juice?
Yeah, Mael is a little bit too young to drink, isn't she?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that fact. She acts so much older than 16. So Esque just has a whole bunch of wine inside of him. Wow. This game is something else, man. Alicia? It's gotta be, right? And there's her song. Giant part of Lumiere floating out there. Uh-oh. What's she got for him? Who's the letter from? Does it say? I don't know what that means. It's in French. It's gonna take off the mask? Alicia.
My beautiful sister doesn't need this ugly mask.
Aww.
You embrace her, yet you're condemning her to die.
You brought him here.
I'm not here to fight. But my son, do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other. Who really is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? We exist and we will exist for as long as she wants. You want to spoil what we've been given. Sometimes we paint the bars of our own prison. Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
May everything be decided before their very eyes.
Between the bars of their prison.
In the shadow of the monolith.
in the shadow of the monolith.
What? Huh? I have questions. The main one is that's going to be a cutscene that I review eventually. But my main question is, what does Renoir like? I obviously get the fact that Verso.
Wow.
Oh god. Okay.
I drank too much last night.
I can't remember a thing.
You clean me out, mes amis.
You bunch of drunks.
Seriously, get it together, guys. What I was wondering though is why, if we take on the Paintress and we take out the Paintress, it makes sense that Verso and Renoir and Alicia, they all have this gift of immortality, supposedly, that they've been given by the Paintress. That's gonna go away. I get that, right? I get the fact that they have a very strong interest, especially Renoir, have a very strong interest in making sure the Paintress doesn't go away. But it sounded like Renoir was talking about the rest of the expedition as well, that they were gonna somehow disappear into nothingness. I suppose it might apply to Mael. I'm not sure why it would apply to Lune and Ciel, but I have a very strong suspicion. The game has made has left a very strong suspicion in my mind that Mael is very closely, if not directly related to Verso and the rest of his family. And perhaps she has the same gift that has been given to them by the Paintress, that she is somehow immortal and maybe much older than 16. I'm just kind of, it just, that's the sense I'm getting from the story. Mael is special enough of a character where that makes, I could see that happening. I just don't know why he was making it sound like Ciel and Lune and the rest of the expedition would also disappear or fade into nothingness if the Paintress were taken out. But interesting. And then that sequence where Verso and Renoir were saying the same thing together. Let this unfold before their very eyes. What was the line? In the shadow of the monolith. Dang. It looks so crazy when we're this close.
We can finally reach the Paintress.
Let's make sure we're well prepared beforehand. We still have a little bit of time.
Okay. Is that Lune's way of saying that, hey, you don't have to go to the Paintress right now. You could still go and you know, deal with a lot of other things on the map. Like, look at this. You've got a whole section of the map that you haven't even there's still a bunch of fog over here. I don't know if that was her little, like, that was the game basically saying, hey, you don't have to do this yet. I don't know. But I think we are going to press forward and see what happens. Because who knows? Maybe we do get our asses handed to us by the Paintress and we're like, hey, okay, it's time to go level up still against a bunch of chromatics. Oh, Lune gets to wield the barrier breaker? Wait, what? I thought it was given to Mael. Hello? She just asked if she could play with it, huh? Okay. Can I play with it a little bit, please? Verso looks concerned. You gotta put your back into it. You gotta do it. You gotta pierce it like you mean it. Both hands. You gotta two-hand that shit. Come on. Okay, I guess it didn't need two hands. Damn, that was cool looking. The barrier has been broken. Is the Paintress gonna react to this? Is she completely unfazed? Huh. She does not seem to care in the least. And I guess this was a section of island that was behind the barrier before that we've landed at, and we have a Gestural Merchant. So now the rest of... I mean, there's only one more zone. There's only one more main zone. I thought there might be some other optional areas that had been locked behind the barrier. There's this painting workshop that I can see over here. Was that what they were called? I think those zones were called painting workshops. Any item over here? I don't see one. One more Gestural Merchant. How in the world did you get... Were you actually behind the barrier? Just straight to business. Care for a good deal, huh? Wait a minute. We bought the stuff from this guy before. Okay, never mind. So this guy was not behind the barrier. He's just been... We just got dismounted at the same island that we were at before. Got it. Okay. I'm nervous, guys. I'm nervous. I am so anxious to see what happens next. On the one hand, and also on the other, I'm scared. It's the Paintress, for God's sake. It's the monolith. The monolith. Wow. Let's check it out. Only one thing to do. We haven't seen her face yet, have we? That's sort of a big reveal, isn't it?
We can do this.
What does she look like?
For Gustav.
For all of them.
This has got to be so weird for Verso. But I think he also knows more than what he's letting on, so it's... And more than what we know. So it's even weirder than perhaps I'm imagining. That 33, oh my god. Wow, this is it! And the flag is Expedition 0. Dang, this is the monolith. I mean, we've seen it the entire game, but we are seeing it as close as we have ever seen it. Dude. Look at these candles. There are a lot of candles, oh my god. Are there candles lining the walkway all the way there? Holy crap, listen to this music. I want to go as Mael. Oh man, this music is already tugging at my heartstrings. This is... I think I have my own conflicted emotions. Excitement, nervousness, sadness. Ooh, the pizzicato on the strings there. That's so good. Oh my god, the Paintress. There's so many questions about the Paintress. And we've just gotten, you know, she's just been very much in the background. We've had all these other like main characters that have been driving the story. Verso, Renoir, Gustave, Mael. But the Paintress is like the most important of them all, and yet we know so little about her. This music is so fitting, though. So many candles. This is what an interesting way to do this, where you have this long walkway. No other enemies, so far as I can tell, yet. No other Nevrons between us and the inevitable final showdown. There's part of me that feels like the Paintress is not, you know, obviously she's the one who every year gets up and paints a new number and you get a new gamage. And so she would be thought of by everybody alive as the big baddie. She's the source of all of our problems. And yet I don't get that sense, right? It's probably because she is bent over in this kind of like, you know, she's in the fetal position. It looks like she's probably crying. Like there's something going on with her, and that she's not really a willing, maybe even a willing participant in what's going on. And so it just feels heartbreaking, even though you should hate her guts. And maybe that's the emotion that when I was saying, oh, they should be more excited, they're about to face the Paintress. Maybe they're feeling the same thing that I'm feeling now. She is ginormous, though. My God. She looked actually a little bit smaller back on the continent. Now that we're here, though, it's just... she's towering!
Et fuis, je t'en prie, fuis ce tableau maudit, cette toile d'une fausse vie. Portrait rêvé, imparfait, chair de ta liberté. Alors tranchons la trame, découvre la sinistre esquisse. Sors et fuis, je t'en prie. Fuis ce tableau maudit, cette toile d'une fausse vie.
Did any of y'all have this happen? At some point here, we got to do some combat. Maybe. No words. Can we not hit her? I don't see my reticle is not showing a hitbox. I just, man. I can't imagine that I am alone in the reaction to this moment, because you spend the entire game thinking about what it's gonna be like to get actually in this position. And then the way they set this up and lead into that vocal. The soundtrack to this game. I seriously, I kind of, it took a little bit to grow on me, but I am so sold. This is one of the best game soundtracks ever. Okay, I'm gonna try to collect myself here a little bit. Without, I don't think I need a break. Like, I'm contemplating taking a break to fully just take a moment, but I'm gonna roll with it because this is what we're doing here. We're at the Paintress. I don't know if I can hit her. We're gonna try doing a Twilight Slash here, but I am not sure that I can actually make contact with her. Nullified. What? That my free aims, there's no I can't hit her. I can't hit her. I forgot we still have this breaking rules for Mael. We gotta make a change there. But it also doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everything is nullified. What? I can't quite afford Lightning Dance right off the bat, but I can do Stormcaller. Except it doesn't matter because it's all nullified. The Paintress doesn't seem to react. Whoa, this is, we did not get a moon charge out of that because we didn't actually hit her. This is wild. We can't do shit. We broke the barrier, but it didn't do shit. Oh, wait, what? I can't cast Dark Cleansing on Lune because Lune has to have at least a status effect or AP. Is that true? So, okay, so there's... So then... Wait, Dark Cleansing. Can I not move to a different... Hold on, let me try this again. Select target. I actually can't move to a different ally. So nobody has... Oh wow, this Dark Cleansing does not work the way that I was... You actually have to have a negative status effect on them for it to be usable. Interesting. Okay, well that is a small point beside the fact because we can't do shit against this. At some point, Mael has got to use like her breaker, right? Oh wait, what's happening in front? What is that visual effect that I'm seeing out there? You see some sparks swirling around. Is that in response to us trying to... Are we actually making a dent? Is it just taking a while? Maybe we are having an effect. CL has so much speed that she gets 2 turns here. Paintress does not seem to react. Lune's... Oh, maybe that's what the visual effect is. It's Lune's lightning thing. I mean, something's got to happen at some point, right? Like, we can't... The game wouldn't just stick us into a battle here where it's just like, okay, you're infinitely going to be banging your head against an invisible wall. That's all that's going to happen here. Nothing else is going to happen. It doesn't matter what I do, right? Because we're none of this matters. Yeah, take down their shields. That's not a shield, apparently. That's a nullification barrier. Oh my god. It literally doesn't matter what we do. I'm probably just wasting my AP here. Probably just wasting my AP when I should be doing... Unless there's a gradient attack that I'm forgetting about. That one of our characters, maybe Mael, has a gradient attack that does something here. Or at some point, the Paintress is going to stand up. Right? We take like 5 turns or something, and finally she... Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Our attacks do nothing.
Here we go.
I don't understand. The gradient attack should work.
I hadn't tried a gradient attack yet.
Wait, Mael.
I don't think this is...
I don't think this is the Paintress.
No.
It's all an illusion? Mom? Is that you? What is going on? Oh my god, Miles on fire. No! Oh, they're all on fire. Wait, what the fuck? No! What is happening? Now Verso's on fire as well. He stood close to Mael and let himself catch on fire. What is happening, dude? Was that his way of combating what scary curator face lady was doing?
Everybody
Now
okay?
that Verso's on fire, I'll stop because Verso's actually my son. I might be making a big ass leap that she's mom. I might be completely out to lunch. Was she creating an entire Paintress illusion? Is that what just happened?
Follow her. Quickly.
What?
What the fuck?
This might be our only chance.
Yeah. Okay.
What is going on, dude? I mean, if you say follow her quickly, this is usually the part where it's like, let's run. Let's actually go quickly. But it's Verso is... What just happened? We get an achievement for reaching the monolith. Except, was it really the monolith at all? Was it really the Paintress? Does any of this actually exist? Am I actually real? What? Inside the monolith? Where is the Paintress? Is my first question here. And part of me wants to go back out, but I'm not going to. We're going to stay inside here, but there's like a big old barrier of light. Huh? Inside the monolith.
We are inside the monolith? What was that thing? Why did it help us inside?
Are you all right, Mael?
Up there. She's... the Paintress. She's up there.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I can sense the real Paintress. Her heart is above us somewhere.
I guess we head up then.
So that was not the real Paintress. There is a real Paintress, and that was not it. I also see the tower. What? Is any of this real? Or is this... are these just all figments of our imagination? Figments of our psyche, portrayed or projected into some state of existence? I see the picture frames. The picture frames that are scattered around. Let's get the flag. Expedition 70? Man, you talk about the roller coaster of emotions. I mean, I guess I kind of felt like there was probably some sort of curveball coming. But they had that long walk with the candles and everything, and I started to let down my guard, and I thought, maybe this really is the Paintress. But then when we couldn't do shit against her in battle, I should have seen something coming. This is wild, dude. Why is the Eiffel Tower here? I don't know if anybody in-game has ever actually called it the Eiffel Tower. So it might be called something completely different. Like, aren't we assuming that Lumiere is Paris? Maybe not. Like, maybe it's supposed to be some other French city or just some fictional city altogether that's not meant to be actually like a real-life counterpart. This is unreal. Okay, I saw the grappling hook point. Inside the monolith. Damn. Trying not to miss anything. And also trying to absorb exactly what is going on, man. Neverons. Okay. Gosh, it almost feels like we're back at Spring Meadows. Almost feels like we're back where we started. That's got to be on purpose, right? That cannot be a coincidence. They are guarding an item, I think. And so, all right, let's get into some actual combat here. I don't know if I got the first strike. I forgot to shift my abilities. I forgot to do this, the change for Miles, her whatever she had. Whatever she had. That's the technical term. Let's do a dark wave to hit all enemies. Let's do it. Now, at the same time, I do want to take out their weak spots. So... But then I'd risk not being able to cast dark wave. Let's just do dark wave.
Death is a friend.
See how strong these guys are. Not terribly strong. Never mind. They just one-shot me. They're Lanciliers, but... I still have to counter them, or else they're gonna wreck me. Okay. We're getting counters with Luna at least. Rip CL. But we can take care of these guys, right? We can take care of these fools. I want to do Gustav's homage, but I need AP. No AP yet. So, Spark it is. Okay, not all that strong. We get a level up for Lance Ram in honor of Gustav. Okay. Oh, from 9 to 15. That's a nice level up.
Useful.
Let's give a heal here so we get CL rezzed. CL does take double damage with her weapon when she's got a moon charge. Let's check out this new weapon for Verso. Or it's not a new weapon. It's a newly leveled weapon. How good is this now for you? It is a damage upgrade. Rank can't be lower than C, and base attack gives 4 perfection. We were using this before, weren't we? I actually like this weapon because it starts me directly at Berserk Slash. So I like that. So we'll swap out Quick Strike for something that also works at C, which is Marking Shot. Because Marking Shot is good for us because it procs Beneficial Contamination, and it also sets up Rewarding Mark. It's a good one. So there we go. Okay, so Verso, whenever we do bring him back into the action, is going to be is going to be ready to go. And also, what did we just pick up? Was it a Color of Lumina? What did we actually just pick up? Did I immediately forget the thing that we just picked up? What did we get here? It was probably a Color of Lumina. Let's pretend it was a Color of Lumina, guys, because that's what all the purple items are. Okay. We are inside the monolith. This is nuts. Did we get a new weapon? Is that what we just picked up? Tisserand? Extends Twilight by 1 turn on using a Moon skill. Plus 50% Twilight damage increase on using a Sun skill. Oh, you have a way to extend Twilight as well as buff its damage depending on which type of skill you use. And the weapon itself just increases Twilight's duration. It's a lightning weapon. Scales with defense, so we'd have to respec to get full usage out of it. So many cool weapon options. But yeah, we're back in Spring Meadows. Are we just gonna like go through the entire game? Oh, and then we switch to Nightmare mode. What the hell? Who is that? Who is that? There's a woman there who is doing something with a painting. Is this the Paintress? Are we actually starting to get some sort of a filling in the backstory of who the Paintress is? Oh, this Nightmare monochrome filter is so... It's so weird to be playing the game like this. And now we're going to actually walk through a picture frame. Or run through.
Verso, what was that?
I don't know.
Fire. Again.
Fire. Let's get the flag. Fire again. I mean, we might as well rest. It's fine. And then, which way do we go? Which way do we go? This feels like it might be the side path. So now, yeah, we are inside the monolith, and it's starting to feel like just another, you know, regular old zone with a whole bunch of Nevrons around. These happen to be Nevrons that we have faced before, back in Spring Meadows.
Ready.
These are all like the starter enemies. Wait a second, why do I have a blue mark? Excuse me? Why does a CL have a blue mark? What in the world? Since when was that a thing? Since when has that been a thing for CL? What does this mean? Do I get a tutorial on why I have a blue mark? Does it have to do with my weapon? Is it because I have this icy weapon? But I've never seen a blue mark before. Have I not been using CL enough?
Death is a friend.
What the hell? That is so strange. Okay, these are still relatively weak enemies. Let's see if we can get a beneficial contamination proc. Although, at the same time, I get beneficial contamination whenever I just do, like, immolation, right?
Feel the burn.
I have to remember that. I don't have to use my free aims necessarily. I can just get that beneficial contamination by going straight to Spark.
Blaze on me.
48 jumps. I was too early, man. Okay, these guys, they're not the strongest in terms of health, but man, do they pack a punch. Especially when it's CL they're targeting. I think we can afford to revive CL. Did I see that right? Was that 9 revive tints that we have now? 9 revive tints? What the hell? 1 moon charge. Let's do a... Can we get a beneficial contamination here? Answer, no.
Let the ink flow.
Answer, no. Answer, yes. Now what do I actually have AP for? I have Thunderfall. I can do Thunderfall. Okay. It may not be a lightning dance, but it works. It still does the trick. This is so... I am still collecting myself. Still getting myself together after that that experience with who I thought was the Paintress. And now I don't know what to think. I have been thrown so much for a loop. I don't even know anymore. Oh, that is an enemy. Okay. And there is a paint cage over here. Okay. Let's hold on, real quick. Let's make a change before I forget. Again, to make a change to Mael's degagement, right? It's either degagement or offensive switch. Actually, offensive switch is pretty dang good because it does apply a debuff. So we get the beneficial contamination proc from it as well. So that's good. I think that's what we do. Because we need to get AP so we can do Gustav's homage. We need to do it. We need to do it. Okay. I didn't get first strike, but it's okay. It'll be fine, hopefully. These enemies are not too bad. They just keep killing. They just keep killing poor CL.
Not today.
Okay, that now I'm starting to get some counters together. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Get you stinkers out of here. Go away. Stop being such a nuisance. Alrighty, so Twilight Slash.
I saw your future. Look out!
Lancelier attacks quickly. The quick attack is, I think, a bit easier to parry. Just there's a little bit more fluidity, a natural feeling, a natural rhythm that you have with that parry timing. Okay, paint locks. We must find the paint locks. There's one of them. Is this a rope? This is a part that we've not explored yet, right? So let's get the other paint locks here first. We came down from there, I think. And then one more paint lock somewhere around here. There was also another enemy, although I guess we took they were all part of the same enemy group. Okay, there we go. Cool. What you got for me? A revive tint shard. So now we have 10 revive tints. I'm cool with that. I'll still do a whole bunch of dying. I need all the revive tints I can get. I am enjoying this a lot, though. I gotta say, as confused as I am, as much as I don't know how to feel about everything, my head is spinning, but also I am having a ton of fun. This game is something else. It is something else, man. We're inside the monolith. Is that an Avec? That's just an Avec over there. Is it just a regular enemy now, I wonder? Okay, where are we going here? There's another path over this direction. Let's go ahead and cover that. Take you on. Inside the monolith.
Here we go.
We're close to learning Energizing Turn, I think, so we'll be able to give it to more than just CL pretty soon here, which I'm looking forward to. The blue mark, though. The blue mark is really interesting.
Death is a friend.
It might just be a side effect of this weapon and nothing else. Oh, they are really weak. Especially when you hit their weak point. Not so much when you don't hit their weak point. I was hoping I could get some AP back there with a beneficial contamination, but we'll have to settle for immolation doing the trick.
Feel the burn.
That burn should take care of that guy. And I think we can just then drop straight to... Oh, interesting. I see offensive switch says low void damage. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but I'm wondering if that must be what the barrier breaker is. It's void damage. Too late. Wow, that kills everybody except for Lune's hanging on by a thread. What the fuck? Okay, these guys do hit for a lot of damage. They do be pretty powerful. Dang. Let's get CL back first because she has the speed to be able to jump back in and revive Mael.
Finesse and grace.
And so now we can do Spark, I guess. Although Revenge should also work because we took some damage before, right? Even though we got killed, doesn't it still count? I think it still counts. Plus we get a break anyways. So that's good. Okay. So yeah, we should still be fine, but our characters are taking a lot of damage here. I might have too low of defense, right? It's possible that my health or my defense is not as buff as it should be. Oh, right, and double mark is a thing. So she can do, I don't want to do Dark Cleansing. I want to do, you can get multiple hits that take advantage of the mark. So if I do Delayed Slash, which does 2 hits of ice damage, they'll both get accentuated by mark because of double mark. That's so cool. That is awesome. Okay, Luna gets a level up. And we learned all of our Luminas. That's what I was looking forward to here. So everybody now has... Oh, but I haven't learned double mark and energizing turn yet. Okay, but we got one more battle before those are all learnt. Let's go ahead and do a chroma elixir here. And see what was down this, what I presume is a side path. Is that a... Actually, what the hell is that? I do not recognize that enemy. Feels like a new enemy, which means we probably want to get Minoko in here to learn a new ability. So who do we swap out temporarily for? I guess Mael takes a seat or Lune? We'll swap out Lune for the moment. Get Minoko in here. Assuming that we... Oh, we could go over in this direction without facing this group, but I want to get a new Nevron leg if there is one to be collected here. Oh, look at that. It's the... I recognize this enemy because we saw it back in Spring Meadows. This was one of the first... I didn't think it was going to be an enemy. I thought it was just this random part of the... Like, it was this weird statue fused into the rock. But the enemy that's, like, torn in two, it's actually an enemy that we face. Yo. We'll find out what it's called here, I suppose, soon enough. But... Oh, yeah, it doesn't really do me any good to... I really need to finish these off with free aims, don't I? And they are weak to the ice damage, so I might as well focus with free aims to get at least one of these flying enemies out of here. And then... Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just focus fire flyers. And then we can use an energy tint. Focus fire the flyers. Void damage, that's so cool. Void damage, baby.
taste of battle.
So now Minoko is in Agile. I did make, I think, a little bit of a tweak to his skills. I think I brought in this Lancelier Impale instead of the Abyss Wind because it's also a cheap Agile mask ability, but it applies slow, which means it gets the proc from Beneficial Contamination, which I like to do. So let's just jump straight to that. And we get a defenseless and a slow, whatever this is called. We'll see in a moment what it's called. Ah, okay, we hit the damage gap too. Nice. Oh, but we slowed it down enough to where CL gets another turn. Brilliant. Okay, Mark. That's what I was looking for. Mark gets me a delay and slash here, which gets me some AP back in the process because I'm getting rewarding Mark. Nice. Okay,
Why, yes,
Claire.
dance.
Bro, that was the longest windup in existence. That was the longest windup to end all windups that I've ever seen an enemy. I parried so early on both of those, and the windup took so long still that I was ready to parry. I was back in my ready to parry stance before. First try counter, let's go. That feels so good. The enemy though is called Claire, as in Claire Obscure? Am I interpreting that correctly? Hello? Is this the enemy that the game is named after? What? I might be reading too much into things. Probably am. But let's just go with a Spark here because that applies our Beneficial Contamination. And it puts a whole bunch of burn as well. Minoko, being in Almighty stance, can do anything he wants. What does he want to do? What's the... I don't have any things that's super expensive, so I might just jump straight to Jar Lampstorm after I try to apply a mark with a couple free aims. Or at least a burn. There we go. That's good enough. And now I'll do my Jar Lampstorm. Because that should... Well, we'll see if it finishes you off. Actually, are you close to being broken? Do we want to do Brûler Bash instead? You are not close to being broken. Jar Lampstorm it is. Oh my god, that deals so much damage. All right, sweet. Claire. I love that we got it first time. First, of course, as well, we get Claire's foot. You have such lovely feet. What is Claire's ability? Claire Enfeeble. Deals medium light damage to all enemies. One hit. Applies Powerless for 3 turns. So that's another way to proc. Another way to proc Beneficial Contamination. Now, we already do that with our Galt Fury. Galt Fury moves us from... It moves us from Balanced Mask to Heavy Mask, correct? Because it goes 2 ticks of the wheel. If we did Claire Enfeeble instead, it would move us 3 ticks, which could get us to Almighty Mask. There would be some instances where it would go past Heavy to Almighty. So maybe I want this. Are there any others that do... Contortionist does 2 spins of the wheel. Danus Waltz does 3. So there are some of these red Balance Mask abilities that do spin you potentially to Almighty Mask. Sagapatat Estok is another. And maybe I should swap one of those in. Let's try that. Let's do the Chalier or the Claire Enfeeble. It does cost 5. That is one downside. It's a little bit more expensive. But let's swap it in and see how that feels. Powerless. Applying Powerless to the enemy. Okay. We'll see how that goes. But also, I still want to have Ladies' Night Out. So we'll see. Minoko might get swapped back in if we need to, you know, collect more feet. That's what you got to do. But man, this area is starting to get a little bit... Which way do we go? I feel like this is still the side path over here. So we continue, as we normally do, to explore side paths first. Oh,
Again.
but maybe not.
Teaching her children to paint, huh?
Her children, oh my god. Is that who all of these different fading boys and girls, the fading woman, are these all her? Are they all supposed to be children of the Paintress? And that's really all this boils down to, is that the Paintress was actually just some lady who was really into painting? And she taught her children to paint, and somewhere, somehow, it all went horribly wrong. And this happened to the Eiffel Tower. What? Oh my god. We're back in Spring Meadows, essentially. The game has taken us back to like the starter enemies and what feels like mostly a starter zone aesthetic. Are we gonna be going through like each of the previous areas that we've been to in the game again? Is there any additional reaction to that little another dream nightmare sequence? This is so bizarre, man. There's also just another Evek roaming around here, and it feels like a normal enemy. But also I know that was a boss the last time we faced them. So, am I gonna go do I need to get healed up here at all? We have pretty much full-on elixirs, although we're short a few revive tints. So, maybe we do take a quick rest. We'll just rest up here at the flags. I don't think we're even respawning any enemies that are in the way of this Evek. So it is worth the rest. Because we can also get to it over in this direction. Let's try to head straight for the boss. Another rematch. A boss rematch, I should say, not another rematch. But I don't know. What are we dealing with here? Are we in over our heads? And that, it does have a boss bar. Now, we've seen this spellcast before. Yep. Okay, good. Good. Shields go bye-bye. Excellent. Okay, so that's a great way for us to start. Oh, we have... Wait, we needed to do one... Did we learn Energizing Turn? We might have learned that Lumina, and I didn't give it to everybody. So, we'll just keep going for now. And okay, that is a big weak spot. I didn't remember exactly if that works that way or not. That's great. So let's do Delay and Slash again. I think Delay and Slash sounds good to me. Nice. It has a boss bar, but it feels like shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to take care of this. Now, Mael jumped into Virtuose stance with a shield. How did that happen? Because we got the counter. Is that her skill on her weapon? I forgot how that works. So that's awesome. We don't actually... how do we want to do this? The thing is, I only spend 1 AP when I use defenseless or offensive switch. So I want to spend a little bit of AP with my free aims, so that when I go to use my skill, I actually get some AP back. I get all the AP back that I possibly can. Did that work the way I thought that I thought it does? Evek feels threatened.
A storm is coming.
I don't remember exactly what that does, but we get to do... Luna gets to do her full rotation here because she is full on AP. I just wanted to see if I could get a beneficial contamination. There it is, good. And it's a mark as well, which is even better. So now I think we start with the Stormcaller. We didn't get to see this in action against the Paintress, although was it really the Paintress? But let's do this, even though we're not getting double Thunder Strikes. By consuming double Fire Stains, we will still generate a Lightning and a Light Stain. And we'll get this going for 3 turns while we're doing other stuff.
Strike swift.
Okay, so it's gonna happen at the start of the enemy's turn, is that true? Of course, Vex summons the helpers. We've seen that in action before. And then Lune does trigger lightning strikes. Did they happen? Vex still has a mark on it. So I'm not sure whether the lightning strikes happened or not. Did they in fact happen? Okay, I'm probably gonna do a dark wave to hopefully kill all of the enemies, and we got our beneficial contamination proc there, so that's good. So let's go ahead and unleash a dark wave.
Death, it's a friend.
Awesome. And now we'll finish off this Abyss over here. With a free aim, we get to do that. Nice. Get the beneficial contamination. And the enemy is already burning. Miles in offensive stance, so we just apply more burn with Spark? I think so. Could just unleash a Pyrolyse as well, though. We're in offensive stance and it applies more burn. Let's do the Pyrolyse. That's what we do. We do the big bad move when we've got the AP because, man, 43 stacks of burn. Nice, there's a counter. All right. This is going well.
Building up chroma.
Okay, Vec gets enraged. There's a whole bunch of shields, which I don't have my shield abilities for, but that's fine. Except Mael is too slow. She's gonna... Mael's the one who actually gets to steal the shields with her new ability or her new weapon, right? So, okay, but I still want to get the correct stains in order for Lune. So we will go ahead and do the right... What rotation do we do here? We do Earth Rising to consume a lightning stain and get a grass stain, and then we can do Ice Lance next turn, and then that will set up Lightning Dance. Although at that point, who knows? Vivek might be dead. So we'll see how it goes. A little bit of frames there. Might need to do a game reboot here. But for CL, I want to actually not take off all of her shields. I want to give Mael some AP, and then she can take off some shields and actually have them for herself. Am I being too greedy there? Or being too cute about this instead of just taking them off with CL because she's got the turn and the AP to spend? I want to give CL some AP though. I think that's a good move to give her AP. Okay, Yvette gets a turn though, and she does attack CL. And we have that counter timing. So never mind, all the shields are gonna be gone anyways. Never mind. Miles like, man, my fancy new weapon, and I don't even get to steal any shields. She does have a Virtuose Strike that she could do. But also she could just do a combustion and consume a bunch of that burn that we built up. Or she could do Revenge and actually break the enemy. Who do we want to break with? Lune does not have the ability to break. So it has to be either Mael or CL. We'll just use a Revenge here. We can do Revenge and break. Get the break out of the way now. Because that also gets us a beneficial contamination. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, there's a mark. And so now we will unleash a Delay and Slash.
Let the ink flow.
And you are close to being out of my game. I don't know if you really... Oh, Tremor removes all shields. I did forget about that. We could have probably removed the shields using Lune's Gradient attack, which I do not have memorized at all. Oh, I also don't have the AP for Ice Lance, so... so I don't even get to do the setup that I want to do. I think this enemy is close to just being dead. If I had given the correct Luminas to everybody, where they get the extra AP every turn, then we probably would have gotten it. I want to do CL's. I'm actually just going to go with an attack here with Mael. because what I want to do, I want to see Shadowbringer. Have we done Shadowbringer before? It does give us a sun charge, which is not exactly what I want, but I don't know if we've seen Shadowbringer, and I want to give it a try. And you are, in fact, out of my game, because we probably did way more damage than we needed to. I think we got a level up to our cleansing tint. It looks like it went up to a level 15. So that's cool. A new Pictos level up, as well as a resplendent chroma catalyst. So, okay. Boss, yeah, wait, it actually went from a level 1 to a level 15? That's insane, dude. That's ridiculous. Okay, cool. So we now have, we have learned all of the Luminas that I had equipped to everybody here, which means we actually have, if I sort these by point cost, Energizing Turn has been learned. I want to make that a favorite. And I want to probably swap that out. Instead of giving Energizing Parry, Energizing Turn just feels... It's not strictly better, but it feels like it's definitely more AP in general. Like, Energizing Parry is good if you're good at parries. And we're a lot better at parries than we used to be. But also, you don't necessarily get the person targeted by attacks that you want. The person who might be shortest on AP might still not get attacked and have a chance to generate more AP from parries. You always get the extra AP no matter what from Energizing Turn. And it happens every single turn, not just at the start of the battle. So I think it makes sense to just get rid of Energizing Start as well as Energizing Parry, drop both of those, and put in Energizing Turn instead. And we can do that for Mael as well. And that will be more AP probably over the course of the battle, I think. And of course, we can add a whole bunch more Lumina points later on when we get back to camp. I did not actually have to drop... You have 5 available Lumina points still? Did I did not have to get rid of Energizing Start 1? Okay. How did that work out? What did I do there to deserve that? Did I give... No, I did not give Mael more Lumina points. She just had some extra ones laying around, and she has leveled up a couple times now. Okay, that's mystery solved. Awesome. I really wanted to get that Energizing Turn online. That feels like a significant power up for our characters. Let's go ahead and get you out of here as well and see if there's anything behind you. Deal with this last little group of enemies here. Yeah, let's go ahead and take you and you as well, and then we do a dark wipe. And now I'll go ahead and take it. I mean, we have to hit the flying enemy with ranged or pre-aim attacks, so it doesn't matter if there's a mark already on there. It's going to get consumed anyways by a free aim. Okay, so now we'll take out the weak spot here as well, and then Mael can do offensive switch against you. And now Lune does get that extra AP at the start of the turn, which feels so nice, which means she can jump straight to Stormcaller. Now it says all enemies receive medium lightning damage on turn end and low lightning damage on damage received. Okay. On turn end. Well, that's what I want to do.
Thunder! Strike wind!
It's just not clear to me exactly when that's happening. It's their turn end, right? It's when their turn ends. And they also get a little bit of damage there when you, like, counter them. That's why I haven't seen the damage yet, because I've been looking for the wrong... God damn it. It's late again on that one. There goes the Lune, triggers lightning strikes. Okay, so it happens there, but it doesn't consume the mark, which is interesting. Well, I need to do a res here. I need to do a res. Let's get CL back, because she can also res... I'm not going to res Mael because we can do that with a Chroma Elixir. It's so interesting. It must be an effect of this weapon, the fact that her marks are blue. It feels so strange, but that's just what it does. Delane slash. And now you are ready to be broken. But I'm not gonna be able to break you. Because I'm not getting lucky on my procs here. I'm really not getting lucky on my procs. That did not work out. So we'll just go with an attack and hope that our attack finishes you. It's not going to. Maybe the lightning damage from Lune will do it. I went early on the parry. I was thinking, well, maybe if I parry you... All right. I think Lune's going to get 2 turns, so no matter what, we should be able to finish you off. Should be able to get the job done here with a lightning dance that is the most overkill lightning dance ever. Lune's in the middle of doing her super sick dance moves. Oh yeah, the only downside is I get a little bit less XP from my party being dead. I was like, I'll wait to res them after the battle, but they don't get as much XP in that situation. But it's okay, because we're over leveled and we're gonna get that XP back eventually anyways. I thought there might be an item back here, but it looks like no. So, okay, then we move on. Let's check around the rest of this. There might be some items hidden around in some of these little spots behind rocks and whatnot. But otherwise... I guess we are moving forward. There was an item right here.
Great.
Color of Lumina. Boom. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Whichever direction forward is, is it this way? I have not reached a dead end, am I? I don't think we would have reached a dead end. There must be some path that I'm missing. Can I go into here? Not really. Maybe there was more to that path where we saw the I guess it's the Paintress teaching her children how to paint. Maybe I need to go back in that direction because I might have missed something. So let's check over there. Let's check and see. Because otherwise I'm a little confused where to go. Probably missing something very obvious. Was there a very obvious path forward here? It felt like it was the end of this. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here it was. Oh, sure enough, look at this. They are doing it. It's flying waters. So it's like we're going through each zone that we've been through previously in the main story? Is that what we're gonna do here? This is kind of wild if so. It's kind of wild. But that's what it looks like we're doing. All right, is there a flag? There's probably a flag here nearby. A little bit tough to see through all the fog, but maybe there's not a flag just yet. Is this a thing? Something in here? It looked like I was going to be able to duck in there in that little hidey hole. Okay, we got a brawler to deal with. Let's tussle. Or is it a crueler? I was getting mixed up. The big dude is actually the crueler, right? The smaller guy is the brawler. But we know at least the order of operations. When you got one of the mine enemies in the group, that did not actually kill the mine enemy like I was thinking it would. So I guess we gotta settle for 3 aims here. Okay, so we've already got our beneficial contamination by applying burn to you. You do have a shield. I'll let Mael steal that. So let's focus on doing a single target attack against the brawler. And we can do Twilight Slash. I didn't think it would kill you, but it would at least build up a moon charge. So now we hit you, take out your weak spot, and hopefully steal a shield. Because that's how this works. Oh, and it puts us into Virtuose stance. So it's not doing a counter, it's anytime you steal a shield, right? That puts you in Virtuose stance. That is sick. And do you have, did we give you defenseless as well? Oh, powerless. How did you get powerless, actually? How did you get powerless? I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure. I think, though, we can just jump. If we're in, we don't have anything that takes particular advantage of Virtuose. It's just a 200% damage increase, which is good. So I want to use that against the big guy. I think I want to get the damage off of you, but I would like to get a mark if I could. What skill am I using here? What skill am I using? Maybe I should just do revenge. Maybe I should just do that, but that probably is just going to hit the damage cap. It's probably better for us to do spark. Like it's not the strongest ability ever, but we're in Virtuose. So I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe combustion is better because it actually hits twice. Let's see what combustion does. Even though there's no burn on either of these enemies, I just want to see how much Virtuose buffs it. Okay. Well, the second one hit the damage cap, close to the damage cap because it was a critical hit. So combustion, I think, was the right move there. We got quite a bit of extra use from being in Virtuose stance. Okay, again, these enemies are not the toughest, so it's not crazy important that we do exactly, that we get exact potential out of all of our abilities, but I did want to get a beneficial contamination there. And then do a Thunderfall, I guess. Yeah, Stormcaller I see is a little bit weird because it does wait until the end of the enemy's turn to apply that medium lightning damage. I think I'll just go with the Thunderfall here and see if we get lucky to take out that ruler. They should also both be weak to lightning damage, being water enemies. Okay, crueler combo. Damn it. I still suck at parrying that one. Still no good. All right, I am good though at applying a mark, at least in that case for CL. We'll go with a Phantom Blade. We'll do Delay and Slash. I want to get the maximum damage out of double mark. There we go. Lune is stunned. She's got a headache. She can't be healed as well. Not in battle. I presume she could be healed out of battle. So we can use a Chroma Elixir on her. We're in offensive stance, so we'll just go ahead and do Spark. It doesn't matter because the enemy's gonna be dead by the time we all are so fast. We all get a turn before the enemy has a hope. I could just machine gun you to death if I wanted to. Get you out of here. Stop overthinking things. Another level up for one of Verso's weapons. Verso's like, let me in, man. My weapons, they're up to snuff. Get me back in the game. Oh, there's a merchant over here. Okay. There is a merchant. Let's say hi to the gestural merchant. Hello, hello. Mistra. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, hello there. You're new. Haven't seen you lot before. How'd you get here? Me, I've been stuck here for ages. Yeah, how did you get here? Don't know how I got here. Quite a mystery, that. Tremors, ground started floating, then bam, here I was all by my lonesome. Would have been lonely too. Nobody to talk to, except I'm quite an adept conversationalist. Yeah, I can talk enough for two. That and scavenging odds and ends has kept me quite busy. I'm a merchant after all, and what's a merchant with no wares? But not many customers around here though. Very few. He's so sad sounding. None, in fact. And what's a merchant with no customers? Just a walking bit of storage, eh? But now you're here. You'll want to take a look, yes? Of course I will want to take a look. You know it. We're back up to 130k chroma, which is good. And it looks like you've got a new weapon for Minoko, as well as one for Mael. Okay. This is Frigaro Free aim shots spin the bestial wheel to a random value. You can reroll. You can't position your reroll exactly, but you can just keep rerolling if you've got free aims. That's kind of cool. Free aim shots deal 100% more damage with all masks except Almighty. Huh. The free aim ultimate shots package for Minoko with Frigaro. Eventually you get 100% critical chance while in Almighty mask. I want that. I might even equip it now, I'm not sure. It scales insanely with what Minoko's got. So it's probably pretty good. This one for Mael does, if stanceless, base attack switches to offensive stance. Have to do a base attack. And then counterattacks apply defenseless. It's okay. It's alright. I think I will definitely get this one for Minoko, but let's fight the merchant first. Let's do a fight, and hey, because we've gotten these new weapon level ups for Verso, we'll send in our dude who's been on the sidelines waiting to get back in the action. He's just been waiting to do a counter against a Gestural Merchant. All this time. Okay, we start in C. We start at rank C. I'll try to get a mark here, but I also don't want... I'm just going to go straight to Berserk, because I might get past C if I keep doing my free aims. I want to make sure we get our Berserk Slash no matter what before moving up to B. Oh yeah, all that Gestural Arena combat experience has not worn off. We're still looking sharp and ready to break. Ready to break. Let's do it. You are done for. And we can get a couple shots here as well to eventually... Okay, yeah. I was just like, make sure 2 AP is left so I can do my ultimate S ability after a whole bunch of free aims. I always forget the name of the ability. Did he say Minoko? But the enemy was already dead because it's just a Gestural Merchant. Woohoo! More duels, please. Yes, indeed. Yes, you've definitely earned the right to shop my choicest goods. All right, what you got? Energizing Cleanse. Level 15. Lots of health, lots of defense. Dispel the first negative status effect receive and gain 2 AP. Very good in fights where there's a lot of negative status effects. It's only the first negative status effect. Probably still useful. Probably pick that up. I think I love collecting all the Pictos, all the Luminas. So I think we get those. We'll get the Color of Luminas as well. Colors of Lumina. And then we'll leave... well, I might get this weapon, though, for Minoko. I think I might actually swap that in. Let me remind myself... Man, these shops are starting to get expensive. We'll leave it here. We'll leave the Mael weapon here, because I'm not thrilled at that weapon, but I'll come back and get it later. Avenge my brothers for me, yeah? Indeed. Your fallen Gestural brothers shall be avenged. Minoko, though, parries increase the bestial wheel by 1. He does get 30% more damage from upgraded skills. That is pretty sweet. And also, Nusaro he's getting more scaling from that than he is from Frigaro. But I also kind of like this idea of being able to spin the wheel with your free aims. I want to try it and see. I want to try it. Because who knows, maybe we're already just hitting the damage cap with upgraded skills anyways, and we don't need that 30% extra damage from that weapon. I'm healing here, right? I'd do a Chroma Elixir to heal Lune, I think. Because we got the Chroma Elixir to spend. Let's do it. We're going through each of the original zones. So weird. Now, I came in through this way, right? That's where we came from. And now we checked out the Gestural Merchant to the left. So now we're ready to move in this direction. Moving forward. And now we've got a couple more diverging paths. Resplendent Catalyst. Is there a little bit of frames? Game, hold together, at least until I get to a flag. Although overall, we're only getting a couple little frames hiccups. It's actually doing pretty well, considering I have not restarted it for a little while. There's a flag. There's a flag. And a very wide open space with lots of Nevrons, which we've seen before in Flying Waters. This is the Tainted Waters checkpoint. What else have we been to here so far? Tainted Meadows. Okay, so they're versions of the original zones, but they're tainted. And it's Expedition 70's flag again. I probably don't want to do battle with all of these enemies. Let's see what is, if there's any items hiding around. If we can, well, see some of them though I do want to take on. We've got like another Claire enemy here. I definitely want to take on that group. Oh, there is an item up here.
Nice.
Was there anything in the ship? There is a path over here. Tainted Waters. Is there another nightmare sequence we're gonna get? Ooh, is that a Burgeon? Is that, it's not a chromatic Burgeon, is it? Oh no. Oh, I don't know if I have time for this, guys. I don't know if oh, it's a fucking chromatic Burgeon, isn't it? Shit. Motherfucker. I mean, we just got a save point, so I can always, like, just opt out of the battle here real quick. If I don't like how it's going. This is a goddamn chromatic Burgeon. Motherfucker. Just everybody's favorite enemy. Everybody's favorite enemy. Chromatic Burgeon. There had to be one of them at least, right? There had to be one of them. I don't have to be happy about it though. I do not have to like it, goddammit. I don't have to be happy about it when you eat my wonderful characters. At least Lune, her lightning strikes, I think, are gonna hang around. Or do those go away when she gets eaten? If so, that's so stupid. It's so dumb if that actually happens or works that way. Alright, I want to do a Twilight Slash here. Just a cheap ability to build up my moon charges. Although we don't really need maybe that many moon charges built up. We're at 8 AP right now, and we could just spend... We could just go Spark, right? Spark spends 3 AP, but we get 2 AP back because we applied Burn. Beneficial Contamination. And we apply a whole bunch more Burn because we're using double Burn. Okay, I am actually going to blame that on frames. This is an instance where I am gonna blame this on the goddamn frames because the game actually did hiccup there, and otherwise, I feel pretty confident. It's miasma. Like I can miss miasma parries. It's possible, but I'm much more practiced at that move, and I feel much more confident getting that move done. So I think we can win this. So let's actually, I'm gonna reset the game real quick. and we're gonna try this again. Quick game reboot to get my frames, hopefully get my frames back. give my video card just a quick pause so I can actually parry things correctly against the dumbass chromatic burgeon. Oh, you're gonna eat CL this time, huh? Okay. So it is a little bit random, I guess, who gets eaten. And maybe the lightning strikes do go away if Lune gets eaten. That's so unfortunate if that does happen that way. I think Lune's gonna have to give herself some AP because I want to keep Mael's rotation going here. So let's do Spark like we would normally. I don't know if Mael actually does get beneficial contamination from... I don't know if she actually does get beneficial contamination from... Well, we got lucky with Lune. I was gonna say from her offensive switch, applying defenseless. I'm gonna have to look at it again, but I don't think she actually got beneficial contamination from that. So maybe I misunderstand what counts as a status effect. Okay, let's do immolation. No, Earth Rising. We want to get the right stain rotation here. Earth Rising is what we want to consume the lightning stain first. Get that going. Miasma.
Ready to evade.
Please survive.
See, that's how a miasma counter is supposed to look. Because my game is actually giving me the correct amount of frames in an attack sequence. All right, good. So let's spend a little bit of... Oh, we could actually just go straight to Pyrolyse, though. I just remembered we could do Pyrolyse. Now, we are in defensive stance already. So we probably want... This is where we could do Gustav's Homage. Let's see if we get lucky by getting a mark. No luck. And I'm not going to take the chance. I'm not going to take the chance. I want to try it because we haven't got to try it yet. And it does 8 hits of lightning damage against a chromatic burgeon. That's got to be good, right? That's got to be good. There are 3 quick time events there. Yo. Yo, that was so good. We weren't coming close to the damage cap on any of those hits, but that's still a lot of damage. Oh my, and it looks so freaking cool. All right, now Mael in Virtuose stance, I kind of want her to have a whole bunch of AP to do a Pyrolyse, if I'm being honest. What gradient attacks do we have available here? Well, we have 2 gradient. No, 1 gradient charge. Tremor, I don't want to do that here. It would give us a light stain and we would be ready to do lightning. Oh, maybe we do that then. I can get away with 1 free aim because Lightning Dance costs 5, correct? No, Lightning Dance costs 6. So if I want to do Lightning Dance this turn, I think I do want to do Lightning Dance this turn. Even if it means... The thing about it, though, is that I want Mael to have some AP. I want Mael to have some AP. I also don't know, though, what attack this Chromatic Burgeon is going to pull out. He might pull out some attack sequence that I'm not good at parrying. And he might kill off one of my characters. So Mael might just end up dead. So let's do the gradient attack to do Tremor. Give us a light stain.
This ends now.
It does hit the damage cap, which is cool. And on top of that, it gets us the light stain that we need to do Lightning Dance. Oh, does the gradient attack count as a turn? Because we got 2 AP back for that. Oh, it's because it applied the shield, the defenseless. So that counted as a beneficial contamination. So Mael must have been getting the buff. She must have been getting that buff and I didn't notice. I don't know. I have to see it in editing what was going on there. Let's do Lightning Dance, though. Lightning Dance time, baby.
Lightning dance.
That is insane, dude. That is so insane. Too early. Okay, not dead. Not dead. Not dead. Okay. Oh, if I'd have got that 1 parry, Lune would have been able to do a counter. Okay, all right, it's fine. We are ready to break. The problem is I don't have enough AP to do a revenge. Shit. and I am in Virtuoso stance. If only I would have spent Lune's turn to give Mile AP, but then she would have gotten to do a freaking amazing ass lightning dance. All right, we'll just do Spark here, I guess. It's not very exciting, but it's still okay. It's still okay. 9 AP for Lune. And she does have a lightning and a light stain. I guess the Stormcaller already wore off, huh? Is that true? Is that true? Is this... I thought it was supposed to last for... Oh, maybe I don't understand. I thought it was supposed to last for like 3 turns. Maybe it only lasts for 1 turn. I might not understand how Stormcaller works. Okay. Let's get back into our normal rotation here. Normal-ish rotation. We got our beneficial contamination, so now we go ahead and we do Earth Rising. Miasma.
On me. Ready to evade.
I totally jumped the gun. I totally jumped the gun with Mael. That was my bad. I think we'll use... Maybe we'll lose... I don't know. I want to heal Mael. I definitely want to get her a heal. Oh, she has taken her status effect. She's exhausted, so she cannot gain AP. All right, so she is not going to have any AP next turn if I decide to do... Huh, I would have to do an offensive switch to get her back into... to keep her rotation going. How do I want to handle this? When do I heal with Mael? When do I heal? Maybe I don't heal. Maybe I just do... I want to break this guy, but I need AP to do it. That's what we can do. We can do offensive switch this turn. We don't gain any AP, unfortunately, because we're exhausted. But now I can use Lune's turn to give Mael AP. That's what I can do. After I use some free aims to hopefully get a beneficial contamination proc, which I do. And I'll use, I guess, a couple more free aims because we're going to get some AP back when her turn comes around. At the very least. But now I use an energy tint for Mael so that she has enough. So I should have used a couple more free aims with Mael if I was going to do it this way, but it's fine because now she uses Revenge, correct? After we do, hopefully, a beneficial contamination. But even if we don't, we still get to use 5 of our AP on a Revenge. Oh, we get the beneficial contamination from Revenge. I forget about that. I wasted some AP doing my free shots. It's fine. All right, and CL is back in action. So CL can heal Mael. That's how we do this. Okay, cool. I love how this is going, and you are still stunned. Life is good. Am I just doing an immolation, or am I doing eye slants? I'm doing eye slants. So I didn't need to use a free aim there. I just slow the target with eye slants. Everything is coming up roses. Healing tint for you. And now you're in defensive stance. We could just do combustion here. It feels like this battle is close to being done. It's close to being done and dusted. I think that's what we do. My blade. Because the Virgin spends its turn being stunned. I'd like to set up a mark here, actually. If I can help it. If I can get one mark. I get powerful instead. Okay. But I'm going to spend, I think, most of CL's turn here just trying to get a mark Although it doesn't really matter. The mark is going to get consumed very quickly by... I was thinking about setting up a mark for Lune's Lightning Dance, but there's so many hits from Lightning Dance, they don't really care. That's an ability that cares so little about actually using up a mark. So we'll just settle for a Twilight Slasher. But at the same time, it really doesn't matter what anybody else does because it's time for Lightning Dance. The time has arrived. Oh, out of my game, Chromatic Virgin Dork. We get a new weapon for CL and a Virgin skin, which I honestly have forgotten what we do with these things. It's been so long since we picked up a Virgin skin. But we have Bourgelon for CL. Which does what? Level 16. It does not scale with her stats, though. So the attack power is a significant downgrade. It consumes Foretell to apply 2 burn on target per sun charge. Consuming Foretell applies 2 burn on target per sun charge. And then you get 100% increased burn damage in Twilight State. Okay. That's all right. Really, really laying into that burn. It feels like we have so much burn now with Mael, Pyrolyse, and all the double burn that she's doing. This feels like such burn overkill. If we aren't getting it already with Mael. And then what did we so we also got another Virgin skin, didn't we? Virgin skin. So we've been using these. But I forget where. I'm hoping this is going to become apparent probably when I do some backtracking. But I still also have this mushroom. There's a nudge, I think, way back on like episode 10 that somebody has left in the comments that I could look at, and I probably should look at. But feel free to, in this case, I will say, if you have a nudge regarding the Virgin skin, if you think I need it, like maybe I'll just figure it out naturally. But if you think that there's a chance I might miss it, feel free to leave a nudge with the appropriate spoiler tags that I might take a look at later. But let's see what we've picked up here. Our last item here. A new Pictos. Stay marked. 50% chance to apply mark when attacking a marked target. Stay marked. So not only do we have double mark now, but you just can stay marked. Just stay marked, bitch. What are the stats on this? More speed and crit rate. Okay, I'll have to think about who I want to give that to. Might be a good one for Lune. Like she just benefits so much from having such a high crit rate. It would actually go really well here with this protecting death. Maybe I'll just swap that in right now. She takes a hit to her health, which is not great because she doesn't heal at all. So it might not be good to nerf her health too much. But I could see that, like, we could just swap it out for Confident Fighter. That could be an option, you know? I'll think that through, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next time. But this is where we will wrap up this installment of Expedition 33. It's really tough to put into words exactly how I like the ups and downs emotionally of this episode. We started out with probably one of the that first initial reaching the Paintress was one of the coolest moments in the whole game that they had kind of just been setting us up for this whole time, and I was just so overwhelmed in that moment. What a great memorable moment. Another one to put on the list right up there with all the other incredible moments in this game. But then it was sort of a fake out. They kind of pulled a fake out on us, and now we're here inside of the monolith, and we are revisiting a tainted version of the different realms that we have gone through. So I did sort of, you know, I wasn't totally sure how much game there was going to be left, but this feels, if you had pinned me down to an answer, I would have probably told you there's probably a lot more. It doesn't feel like we're close to being done. And sure enough, it looks that way. If we're going to go through a tainted version of each of these previous zones, this inside the monolith could take a little while. So maybe this is a good spot for us to head back to the continent and start doing some of those optional areas. We'll see. I will think it over, and either way, we're gonna have a ton of fun with this game because this game is an absolute blast. And man, it overwhelms you and confuses you and leaves you in an emotional wreck sometimes. But I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.